Hello everybody, my name is Lorenzo and this is Crypto with Lorenzo. In today's video I want to go and talk to you about what I like about Zilliqa, everything that I like about this project, their ecosystem, and everything that is also interesting for you to know in case you haven't yet started investing it. On the next video I will also talk to you about what I don't like about this ecosystem, because on every investment there are some pros and there are some cons. So I want to go and talk to you about through everything in today's video that I like about Zilliqa. So without anything else to say, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and share it with all your friends so they can also know what it could be good. If you agree with me or if you don't agree with me, let me know down in the comments below. But let's start with the first pro of Zilliqa. Well, Zilliqa is super cheap. The transaction fees are very cheap compared to the Ethereum, compared to Ethereum. They are super cheap. Transactions are very low. I think it's like 1 Zilliqa or 3 Zilliqa transactions, so it's like 20 cents to $1. Is it's very low compared to Ethereum. Today I was making a transaction because I decided to do a new investment, which I will talk to you about next week or at some point. I just want to try it out first and then I want to share it with you. But the Ethereum transaction, I made one with Ethereum and one with Avalanche, for example. Also Avalanche is the same transaction fees are Zilliqa, very low. Ethereum is already at like $125 for moving like $1,000 or $2,000 more or less worth of investments. So it's already like if you're moving $1,000, it's a 10% loss just on transaction fees, which you could go and instead invest in something else. So Zilliqa is a good one of the best pros is that the transactions are super cheap. I'm looking at my laptop, so that's why you see me going up and down with the eyes. The other thing is they implemented the sharding, and the TPS is above 2,000 transactions per second and scale up as the number of nodes of the miner joins the network. So this is the scalability. This is why it's interesting. It's important to know that the transaction per second are always going to grow higher. They're always going to grow bigger as far as their nodes and the miners joins the network. So as far as the ecosystem keeps on evolving every day the transaction per second limit will increase. Another thing that is important, just happened recently, is the fact that it happened with the Zilliqa bridge. So that's something super important. If you haven't checked what the Zilliqa bridge is, you can go and look at the article online and what you need to know about that. But that's something super important about this moving away from the Ethereum and becoming mostly independent with this bridge. Another thing very important, or for me that I like a lot, is that they are house of some of the best cryptos project out there. One of these is Xka, that I always talk about because it's a beautiful project, and you will see it if you don't follow them yet. You will see it in the future when the YouTubers are gonna start to promote it, and when this project goes the way it's supposed to be going, you will see a lot of increase in the volume of Xka. So if you haven't yet, go and check it out on my channel. The link, you can find it in the description down below. You can also find all the videos about Xka and so on in my channel. Another pro that I want to talk to you about is the block time is currently around 32 to 35 seconds, but the Zilliqa team is constantly keeping on making improvements to this. Block time was over 1 minute when they first launched back in 2019. This is also one of the, let's say, the aspect of the future. A future aspect is that the Zilliqa team is always as far as it looks, they are also always improving their project. From 2019, when Zilliqa first was launched, the transaction time was around 1 minute, and as we said, it's now back to 30 cents at this time of recording. So it's already half the time of transaction, and this means and shows also on the good side of things that the Zilliqa team is trying to resolve this issue and is trying to make it better and better every day that you try and use this project. Another thing is that Zilliqa is building out a layer 2 state channel in order to make instant transaction. This is another something important. If you don't understand and you want to know more about this, you can also go and look at this on Google, everything, all the news that you need. I'm no financial advisor. I'm just saying that these are some of the things that I like personally about Zilliqa and that I like about this project. And as I said, in the next video I will take some of my concerns in the next video and talk to you about that, and I want to know your opinion. Then another thing that is a good thing is that Zilliqa uses Scilla smart contract language because Solidity is too prone to having bugs within smart contract, and Scilla drastically cuts down on bug issues with smart contract. Scilla is their own language, programming language, and it's very good for what it has to do. You know, there's no bugs, there's no issues, so that's one thing that diversifies Zilliqa from what other cryptocurrencies are doing within the smart contract world. Zilliqa is actually a proof of work chain, this is another point, but they allow for stacking, which is kind of rare. Usually stacking only happens with proof of stake or proof of stake hybrid chain. Also, stacking APR is currently about 13%, which is, you know, it's a good APR, and proof of stake, it's a proof of work blockchain, but you know, they allow the stacking and they have a good stacking, 13, 14, 15% depending on the weeks, let's say, when the coin goes up and down. You know, there are some better APIs out there, of course, like XCAT for now is trading at a 30% API on Ascendex, but there's also like 100 APIs on Ascendex, you know, the pre-stacking and all that. So considering that this is no more pre-stacking and it's a consistent source of income on a passive way of income, 12% is really, really good. The team also made a pretty genius move when they implemented the stacking in the way that they did with the seed node idea. Plus they gave us extra ZIL, which now are finished, for a year on top of normal Zilliqa rewards. What are these GZILs? Well, GZIL are rewards that were for governance token. Now they are finished. I was lucky enough to stake my Zilliqa also when I was able to have these GZIL rewards, and I accumulated some. Now I sold them, personal decision, because I wanted to do other investment. But from doing the staking with Zilliqa, when I was doing it, you could have Zilliqa and GZIL, so you had double the rewards. One was worth 13 to 15% on a stacking commission. The other one instead was worth, I think it was, for every 1,000 coins that you staked with Zilliqa, you get 101 of GZIL, for example. So if you received 1,000 Zilliqa, that would mean you would get 1 GZIL. So that was the proportion, more or less. The Zilliqa also stacking rewards are issued every 21 hours, but now it is 21 hours. It was 21 hours, depending also when you look at this video, but the notes I put down, but now it's changed. So it's every 24 hours, but this was one thing that was interesting, was every 21 hour. Now it's back to the normal, you know, other project. One thing that I'm doing now, an investment, is every 8 hours. So also that is what I will talk to you about in the future. The good and the bad thing, let's say, is both ways, is that Zilliqa, since coming out 2019, it's already or still under 10p. So it's affordable to buy for the long term, but you know, we did reach 25 cents more or less. I think it was the highest, but now it's gone back to 20 to 10 cents, so 11 cents, depending when you're watching this video. I think at the time of recording, Zilliqa is 10 or 11 cents, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if it's, you know, it's a good or a bad, but you can see it on both points. Also, the other good thing is that it's good and bad also this, because you don't have a push match unless Coinbase jumps in, is that Zilliqa is listed on you know, Binance, is listed on Bitfinex, Huobi, Qcoin, Crypto.com, so it is pretty much everywhere. Also, another thing, it has a lot of partnership like Chainlink and Xverse or Chain Security, so a lot of interesting partnership that have come through the years, and Zilliqa is building up a nice thing. Also, the Zilliqa platform, is you know, it's a good and a bad website. I don't know, bad website in a way that they need to update it, in my opinion, but good because it's very concrete and very understandable when you look at it. So these were the, let's say, the good things that I think about Zilliqa, that I believe Zilliqa is good at. Of course, let me know your comments and your thoughts down below in the comment section, or also tweet me on Twitter or send me any DMs, or we can talk on Telegram. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and I see you all tomorrow with the newest video. Ciao, ciao, guys.